Act 1, Man vs. Mountain, July 3rd, 2020. Given that it's 93 degrees outside and no shade between here and the summit, I thought I'd give it a climb and spend the night up there. I'll post along the way. Okay, Act 2, crossing the mighty Sweetwater River, which is someplace underneath all of these trees. So I've just gone off asphalt, and this is the real beginning of the hike. This cliff was eroded in a flash flood. Still hear a little bit of water. This is the water that runs off of the dam below our house. It's about 92, 93 degrees right now. And this actually feels pretty good. A few fish are stuck in these little ponds. Well, that may have been the entire river. Yeah, better way to go. Will be dry soon. Huge bulrushes. And 2 years ago, when the flash flood came, it took out all of these trees, and one's bigger than this. It's all coming back now. All right, well, that was the big stream crossing. I will stop to put my socks back on, and then we will start the climb towards Bluff and report back later. So we're about 30 minutes in and leaving civilization behind. That's still the Sweetwater River down below. And we're getting up into San Diego, East County backcountry. And this is the trail. Pretty much the trees are gone except for one shady spot up ahead. And then nothing more until the base of the bluff. So the bluff is getting a little bit nearer. If I pan around to the left, you can see just a little bit of the lake and of the dam. And just to the left of the dam, you can see the top of our roof. So to get there, we continue along the trail, flat for a bit, and then it gets up onto this mesa, climbs steadily over to the left of the bluff itself, and then we go off this trail and begin the ascent. All right, still getting closer. Trail is still fairly good. That's Cuyamaca off there in the distance. Looks like a dorsal fin. I think this may be Guatai Mountain. And this is Viejas Mountain on the other side of I-8. That's El Cajon Mountain. Looking back to the west, a fairly sharp, small hill, that's Mount Helix. And the tall mountain to the right is Coles. And I think what we're looking at, the very last crest there, I think is Otay. So the lake and the house are down behind that hill, down in the low area beyond. And we still have a ways to go. We've got to climb up towards that little kink in the ridgeline. That's about where we go off trail and then start working our way up. pretty much right along the edge of that really rocky face. And that's not the peak, that's a false peak, so we have a ways to go yet. Still pretty darn warm, but at least there's a breeze. All right, about an hour in at this point. The road that then became a trail is becoming even less than that at this point. I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe as soon as 20 minutes until the turnoff. Not sure. At least there's a breeze now. Whew, it's been a warm day. Let me get up on this little rock and give a spin around. So I'll be darned if I know what the real route up is. I'm going to try to zoom in and we'll compare some shots from the climb itself and see if we can't figure it out. Anyway, finally up above a lot of the other stuff. So now we can see all the way down. It's gonna be hard to make out, but that's actually the ocean, that last horizontal line down in there. I don't know if it'll show, but yeah, pretty good view. Nice sea breeze that comes up Dehesa Valley and actually goes all the way over. Can't see it from here, but just behind those rocky outcroppings is Corte Madera. Ooh, I can actually see it. So you see the big rocky mount right between, right in that saddle, and just up against the right-hand side, you can see the lookout at Los Pinos, but Pinos on the radio. Huh, well, we'll get a better view from up top. Okay, so that's where we are. Taking a little breather before finishing this climb. And then we'll head off the trail. All right, well, we're just shy of 2 hours from the house. And here is the marker to go off the main trail and head over towards the Bluff. Don't think that's all there is to climb. That's like halfway up. All right, so here's the trail. To give you some idea, this is the slope. So, not the toughest, but not easy either. That's Loveland Reservoir down there. That's the next reservoir after ours on the Sweetwater. So this is the trail, which is kind of just like a very steep gully washer. And so maybe you can believe why I thought that perhaps somebody had spent a little time investing in some trail work to make something better. All right, surely that cliff face should be visible from the house at the end of the lake. So looking up, a few boulders coming down on the left, pretty pronounced cliff face, more rocks, maybe that outcropping there. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this seam, maybe we can see that. Okay, enough dawdling. Okay, we're up to about 2,800 feet, just above that cliff face. Man, that was just straight up that trail. Anyway, I think that's the chimney. Once or twice I've wedged my way up that, but not worth it. It's really hard coming down. So this is where you go out on the rock face instead and just do an end run. Looks pretty scary, but it's not as bad as it seems, maybe. We'll see. I'll film. All Right, there's the lake and the dam. Came up that middle of this mesa. Loveland Reservoir, Point Loma in the Pacific Ocean in the haze. So here's the deal. That's the chimney. And instead, we're going to go out this way onto, yes, that rock face. So the trick is going to be to go up the rock face rather than over the rock face. That would probably not be good. So all this time, I don't know if it was that boulder. Nah, it must have been, yeah, the one below, middle distance. That was not, you know, a lot of vertical feet, but holy cow. All right, so anyway, that's what we're on. And we're just gonna stick close to this side with some good footing on dry rock. That's something I would want to do in the rain. We'll grab a little bit of soil and then use these depressions to come up. Oh. Yeah, so right by that boulder just to the left of that is where that stupid chimney comes out. But you have to take off your pack and throw your poles up and then wedge yourself up this thing. It's not worth it, especially if it's damp at all. So anyway, you know, as long as you don't think about it, it's fine. Okay, all right. Gotta stop filming and climb for a bit. All right, 3.5 hours later, I am there, benchmark. There's another one someplace over there, I think. Anyway, I think that rock is the only one that's a little bit taller, and I'm not climbing it. So 3.5 hours, yeah. So Viejas Mountain and El Cajon Mountain. That's I-8 in the middle distance in the town of Alpine. There's our lake. Our house is, you can just kind of see a few reflections off of it just at the far end of the dam. And I don't know if you can see two stripes going over the hills. That's Route 52 going west. And there's Loveland Reservoir. And so if you, there's a gray line, let me see if I can zoom in. It's kind of hard to see without my glasses. So there's like a dark gray line. That's the schmutz. Underneath the schmutz, there's a little finger, and that kind of extends to the left, and that's Point Loma. If you come back, go to the end of Loveland Lake, and just kind of look at the terrain and see how it flow all the way to the horizon. You can just barely see the outline of San Diego, the skyline. And Miguel, San Miguel. Lord knows what all this stuff is. But that pyramid looking thing, that is Panos. Gotta sneeze. Excuse me. And that's Corte Madera. That's a great hike. And then this is the Sunrise Powerlink substation. Not too pretty. Back around to I-8. The dorsal fin up there, that's Cuyamaca. And then this is kind of cool. So Viejas, and then you can see the ridgeline to the right of it. And the highest point, it's kind of subtle, but that highest point is High Point. And then that's, I think, San Jacinto way up. There's a boulder just to the left of the boulder as far as you can see. I think that's San Jacinto. So that's Palm Springs. And of course, if you go just a little ways that way, it's Mexico. windy up here, but that's kind of nice. So I think taking this bypass is actually worse on the way down, as far as being a little nerve-wracking. So what we're doing is avoiding, again, this chute, this chimney, simply because you have to throw your gear up a couple of times in order to squeeze through. But that's the trail. So now we have to come down this rock face. Just to give you a sense, there's the horizon. That's level. This is not level. So you kind of have to pick your poison here and slowly find your way down, picking some textured rock face so that you don't go over that lip. And it isn't always as easy as it looks. Sometimes the soil is the better option, and sometimes not so much. So yeah, that would be an unfortunate slip. All right, almost back. Yeah, one last look at the exposure. And there's our trail down below. And back to the main trail here with another successful navigation around the chimney. So a little more perspective on this trail. There's level, and here's the trail, which is almost a slide. This is what we're coming through. It's just a tiny, almost rabbit trail through this chaparral on this rather steep slope. So yeah, going up, it's pretty fearsome on the quads. Boy, you really feel it on your knees coming down.